Uh, Thank you, Mr. Chair. Dr. Kessler, I was very interested in your testimony about how these cuts are affecting, our food safety and really just, our ability to have a functioning FDA. And so, could you just tell me a little more, these firings at HHS and FDA in particular, we're trying to find effective strategies to bring new drugs to the market in a safe manner, but an expedient manner. But how do these cuts affect our ability to do that?
Imagine, ranking member, that you were this, there was a major airline, and that major airline decided today that it was going to fire everyone except the co-pilots. And it was going to run that airline, and it only had the co-pilots. No pilots, the senior people are gone. People who fixed the planes were gone. People who got people on the plane were gone. I think that's what we're facing with these cuts. Imagine if you try to run this Congress and there were only congressmen and congresswomen in the building. Right? That's what's going on at FDA today. I have major concerns. We are at risk. I think we are less safe today.
I've talked to farmers who talked about the outbreak of avian flu, and we actually had the first mammal case of bird flu in the state of Virginia, the Commonwealth of Virginia, and my district on Monday. How would these cuts impact the FDA's ability to deal with the bird flu epidemic?
The leading experts on avian flu, certainly at FDA and at NIH, this is not just about FDA. Dr. Jeannie Miraza, who was running NIAID, taught me everything about avian flu. She is no longer there. We are at risk from infectious diseases. Look, I can't tell you whether we're one mutation away or two mutations away. Right? It's had devastating effects, on our animal livestock. It gives me great concern. But that day is going to come, and those people that we need are not there.
And I'd like to enter into the record a Washington Post article entitled "Worries Grow Over Risks to Americans as Trump Cuts Health Safety Agencies."
Without objection to order.
April 6th. And so how would these firings at the FDA impact its ability to make sure that infant formula is safe and that we don't have another infant formula crisis?
Absolutely. You're exactly right. What we heard, I think, from my panelists, these are all complicated, whether it's hemp, whether it's e-cigarettes. These are complicated regulatory decisions. You have industries asking at this table, please, we need thoughtful regulations, right, that are well balanced. Those people who are in charge of that policy at FDA to be able to work through to get to the right answers with the Congress, even to answer your requests for information, they're not there.
And you said recently it's not too late to undo at least some of the damage that's been done. How much time do we have left before we can't fix what's been broken, and what would you do to fix it?
I always believed that things were fixable. Right? That was when, I think we've seen that, right? You can always go in and fix. The problem is, especially in the sciences, I've been the dean of 2 major medical schools. This is about expertise. This is about pipeline. If we lose a generation of young people, young people got hit with COVID. I think we can't underestimate the effect. They couldn't go into the laboratories. They had to sacrifice their training. If we now have these cuts, right, at NIH, and a second time they can't get jobs as postdocs, we're going to lose a generation of scientists They're going to set back this country, and that's true at FDA. We've lost 1,000-person years of expertise in a few weeks. I don't think, I mean, if we let this go on for much longer, I mean, I think it's a matter of weeks. I don't think, I mean, you know, this may not be fixable. This may affect us for decades.
Thank you, Dr. Kessler. I yield back.